So I'm here with Tony from Smart Start Puppies, one of my clients. We're gonna get into a little bit about how you've built your brand. You've been working in this industry for how many years now?
So the business is 20 years old as of 3 months ago. So, the business is 20 years. I've been training dogs a little bit over 26 years.
So you and me started working together less than a year ago. It's only been a few months. And the one thing that I've noticed is that you have a reputation already built. People know you. People hear Smart Start Puppies. They know what that is. They respect the name. That wasn't me. I can't take credit for that. How were you able to get there?
It took a lot of hitting walls, falling, continuing, but in a nutshell, making sure that what we as a company do for the dog training world, which is get our customers to be consistent, repetitive on the coaching that myself or our dog trainers give to our customers, was executed the right way so that the customers got success with the dog training. So, a mixture of good coaching, a mixture of learning marketing on my own, learning digital marketing on my own, and a good sales team just to be able to get to the point that we're at today.
And I'm sure a lot of that also has to do with customer service. Obviously you got to do your job with the dogs, but the dogs aren't going to hire you again. You got to have some customer service there and some rapport with the clients that you're working with.
Yes, we call it the dog and pony show. Basically what that means is, you could have a good coach as a dog trainer, but not every dog trainer fits with every household. So, if we have a good trainer, that trainer also needs to have a good personality, because then that mix of the dog trainer walking into a home is going to be a good coach, is going to make the family comfortable. And if we have those two, then you have a successful dog because the family is paying attention and is able to be coached.
Okay, and let me touch on something you said earlier. So you mentioned how, you've businessman. I don't think this is even your first business, so you know a lot about the business world. In terms of marketing itself, you said, I know about digital marketing. What do you think has been the game changer within these last few months that we've been working together when it comes to online marketing for your business?
That's a great question. The game changer in what we have been doing here as far as marketing is concerned is we have dove into social media. I wasn't really doing any social media previous to bringing you guys on board. I hired a couple of quote-unquote social media professionals that said that they knew what they were doing, but we were pretty stagnant on our social media side of marketing. So, just bringing you guys on board and you knowing what it is that clicks with social media as far as a dog training company goes is the game changer in what we have been doing here. We have been able to reach a lot more people. People have been able to see a lot more about what we do, because you can land on our website. You can land on any website, but the website is only there as a digital catalog, is like what I like to call it.
Yeah.
Social media actually shows the proof that you know what you're doing, because you're watching the customer on the social media platform, whichever platform that is that we use, you're watching the customer get the results. So it's not the dog trainer getting the results, it's the dog owner getting the results.
And I say this to pretty much all of my clients, like, you train dogs every single day. To you might love your job, it might be your passion, but it becomes repetitive. It doesn't become exciting. It's not something but to the people who are watching, most people will go their whole lives without seeing a dog trainer in action. They'll see, I have a bunch of clients. So being on social media, showing what you do day to day, it may be like, who would want to watch this? People want to watch it. It's educational, it's informative, but it's also entertaining.
Of course.
And that's what has caught people's attention, I think, and that's what people like about our social media accounts so far.
There are a lot of dog training companies, and there are a lot of great dog training companies. I think one of the things that sets us aside maybe is how we incorporate dog training into what I like to call, your lifestyle. Because a dog training company is most likely just going to come to your home and they're going to do the classes in your home. And of course the dog is going to be good in your home. But what happens when you take that dog and you put that dog in a real world environment? If you are the dog owner that wants to go to Home Depot and you want to bring your dog with you, we are going to give you that. And what sets us aside is, like you said, sometimes, yes, it is my passion to train dogs, but we get a little bored on doing our regular in-home dog training. So I need a little bit more stimulation, and I need to put our customers in positions that they're probably going to fail in. Because if they fail, I'm able to come in and correct those things that they did that made them fail the first time, so that the next time we go to a Home Depot or to an airport, that failure turns into success.
And I will say, from a business standpoint, that's something that is unique to you guys, because I have to be the guy behind the camera at all these places. We shoot at PetSmart today, DSW, Home Depot, the airport. You get looks, right? Not everybody could do that. Like my cameraman behind he would not do that. A lot of people wouldn't just go out in public, and that's something that, as a business owner and as a dog trainer, you're making your clients feel comfortable being in these public places. I wouldn't be able to, if I owned a dog training company, I would be like, we do it at your house or at my facility. I don't want to get those looks in public.
Of course.
But you having that confidence gives that confidence to the clients, and that's something that you have very unique to your company. I don't see other people doing it like that.
I appreciate that. And we work hard at making sure that dog training is based on two things. One is getting the dog to be confident. And two is getting the owner of the dog to also be confident. Because if the owner of the dog is not confident, but the dog is confident, you're not going to succeed. So both parties, dog owner and dog, have to be confident. And when I see that, when my team sees that, that's when we start putting our customers in positions that are probably going to make them feel a little awkward, only because they think that they don't have control of their dog at that moment. But in all reality, we've gathered the confidence with the dog owner and the dog at the home. Why are we going to continue doing something at the house? Let's go, and if you guys want to take your dogs on a trip, let's bring the dogs on a trip. I need the dog and the dog owner to be confident so that everybody succeeds.
Thank you for your time, Tony.
I appreciate that, Victor. Thank you so much.